Good evening to our Semester at Sea community. Thank you all for joining us for the latest installment of our Wavelengths Alumni series. The Wavelengths series is starting in April, and it's a way to bring our SAS community together. Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Mountain, we feature SAS alumni, home office team members, and other programming right here on our official SAS Facebook page. My name is Jeremy Lawfer. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, and I sailed in spring of 2010 on the MV Explorer, and I'm starting my third year on the Young Alumni Council. Any alumni who are looking to take this offline and build connections, I'm always happy to chat and have a conversation to keep our community alive. Tonight, I have the pleasure of speaking with two members from the Semester at Sea home office team. The first is Brittany Weimer. Brittany is the interim regional director's team lead and oversees the Mountain and Northwest region. She oversees a lot of states: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, New Mexico, Oregon, Utah, Washington, and Wyoming. Next is Andrew Sieving. I hope I pronounced that right. There we go. The Senior Regional Director of University Relations for the West region. He oversees not as many states, they're just bigger: California, Georgia, Hawaii, Nevada, and South Carolina. All right, so thank you guys for joining us. Let's get started. Brittany, you guys just revamped the Global Ambassador Program. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this program allows recent Voyagers who still are in college to be connected and involved with Semester at Sea at their home campus. You'll work closely with the recruitment team to keep your Semester at Sea spirit alive and talk with prospective students. So we have a couple different levels of engagement with our Global Ambassador Program. So the first one is engagement. So you're going to be working with prospective students, answering questions that they may have about your previous experience on Semester at Sea via email. The other one is going to be outreach. And outreach is more of contributing to various social media platforms with Semester at Sea. And then finally is the connection level. And then this connection level, you will actually be working even closer with our regional directors in holding events on campuses, or working with them at the study abroad fairs, and maybe even holding virtual events when allowed with the university you currently go to. So who can be a global ambassador? And that's going to be any SAS alumni who is still currently enrolled in your current university or college. And I think there's one more. Was there another question?
What do you find people really like about the program?
Yeah, so a lot of students really are engaged in the Global Ambassador because they really get excited about sharing their experience of their voyage. It's a way to still be connected with Semester at Sea and get prospective students really excited about their voyage.
Yeah, I really like how you guys have broken it into 3 different segments. I know that when there's only one position, it could be kind of daunting. And this is kind of allowing students to find what they're more comfortable with and to maybe start out with a little less commitment and work their way up if it's something they start to really enjoy.
Yes, absolutely. We wanted students to be comfortable in their engagement with the program and just being able to be comfortable and be themselves.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you so much, Brittany.
I also just wanted to add that if you are a recent alumni and you want to apply for the program, you can go onto our website and fill out an application. Also below, we do have a QR code, which will send you to that link. So if you want to stop your video and turn on your camera on your phone, that will take you directly to the link. So you can go ahead and do that if you are interested and a recent alumni.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew. And might I add, if you have any questions or any comments about the program at any time, we will be fielding those at the end. So please let us know in the comments. That'll get to us and we'll try and address it right here, right now. And if we don't have time, we'll try and get back to you directly in one way or another. So one thing I really like about the Global Ambassador Program is it helps people stay involved after the voyage while they're still in school, right? Now, a lot of people still want to be involved with SAS after they graduate. And if you've sailed within the past 10 years, you can be a part of the Alumni Association and specifically the Young Alumni Council, which is what I'm a part of, right? And the Young Alumni Council helps recent alumni engage with new Voyagers, right, through phone, texts, emails, right, to ensure that students are getting set on their voyage and with the best foot forward, right? It's a way for us to kind of live vicariously through them and help them make sure that they don't make some of the same mistakes that we did, or can have a better idea of what they're getting into when they jump on the ship from day one, so they can be more aware and have the best time that they can. As well, on the Young Alumni Council, this year we're increasing our fundraising awareness efforts. We're also re-engaging with alumni in the SAS community. So if you're interested in just learning about what's going on, or you just want to stay in touch, let us know. So Andrew, in addition to the Young Alumni Council, there's also the Chapter Reps Council, or virtual regional chapter events, like you mentioned. How else can folks get involved?
Yeah, so one of the other programs that we've actually had, I want to say for maybe 4 or 5 years, is something called the Diversity Peer Mentor Group. And this is really an informal way for students, for alumni to share their personal experiences via email, text, or phone call with students of similar identities. So it's very similar to the Global Ambassador program, but this can be for students. This can be for students who are, or alumni that are students, or this can be for alumni who have sailed, I would say, on the MD World Odyssey. So the alumni can really choose from different identities. So we have students that are alumni that are LGBTQI, racial ethnic minorities, first generation students, international students, students with the same religious beliefs, high financial need, veterans, or voyagers with disabilities. So this is a really great way to connect with prospective students, let them know about your story, about your experience, and really have a way to connect as well. And again, most of this is done very informally via email, text, or phone. Just like the Global Ambassador program, you can apply for the Diversity Peer Mentorship program on our website under Diversity Peer Mentor.
That's great. Yeah, I love how we're taking that step forward to try and build an even tighter community within SAS, which is already so tight. So it's great to hear that SAS is offering those things for our members or for our alumni. Well, we always want to hear about how our alumni are giving back to the communities and around the world. So thank you so much, Andrew. If you guys out there, if you know someone who from your voyage, or really just anyone semester C related, have an amazing story to share about how SAS influenced your life or your career path, or if you just have a special talent that you'd like to share with the SAS community. I was watching some older Wavelengths the other day, and I want to give a shout out to Spring 2010 alumni, McKenna Van Kopen, Tolan Shaw, and Danny Fitch, who all showcased their amazing music abilities. You can email us at wavelengths@semesterc.org to be considered for a future Wavelength segment. And as you consider giving back to plenty of great causes out there, we'd like to remind you that Semester C is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we need your support now more than ever. Gifts of any size make a huge difference. And if you're able to make a gift to Semester C, we encourage you to consider a reoccurring gift each month. Those gifts will have the greatest impact on our community. So it looks like we have a few questions coming in. One is for me. Okay, can I talk about how the Young Alumni Council works? What do we do, and how do we get involved? So the Young Alumni Council typically is a 2-year term, and we have an application process that usually comes in the fall. And we'll usually post those on any SAS Facebook pages, or it's also available on our websites. You can also reach out to us at Semester C, and we'll always point you in the right direction, no matter which channel you reach out to on. But what we do is mainly it's Operation Shellback. And what that is our Young Alumni Council members. We're divided the list of new students who are going to be sailing on the next voyage. And what we do is we send out emails, we send text messages just to say hi, show that we are alumni, we've been in your shoes, we know what to expect, we can tell you what to pack, what not to pack, things to look out for. We talk about exchanging money, we talk about writing letters home. I sailed in 2010. It was a kind of pretty different world at that time, but we have people who have just sailed last year and people who have sailed 10 years ago. So you have the breadth of knowledge across multiple ships and the current ship to help students really understand what they're in for. So if you're interested in learning more about the Young Alumni Council, find us and we'll be sure to get you that information for an application. All right. Now, next question. Can someone apply to be both a global ambassador and a diversity peer mentor? That I'm going to hand off to Andrew or Brittany.
Yeah, so that's a great question. You definitely can be a diversity peer mentor and a global ambassador. They do overlap a little bit, but the diversity peer mentor program is mostly geared at doing things like email, text, phone call, where the global ambassador program, you have different levels of engagement, right? So you can, if you're most comfortable with engaging through email, text, and so forth, you can do that with a wide variety of students that is maybe focused more on your university or your region that you're going to. Or if you want to be involved in virtual study abroad fair, or our social media accounts, maybe doing something with YouTube or Instagram, you can be involved in all of those different ways. So they definitely intersect and you definitely can do both. Great question.
Thank you, Andrew. And these are all volunteer positions. These are all anything that you guys can do on your free time, choose your level of involvement. All right, we have another question. I am curious, how are veterans included in the same category as LGBTIQ plus, first generation, voyagers with disabilities, etc.? And what is the percentage of veterans that Semester at Sea receives?
Yeah, I can take this one again. See the question, let's see. So first of all, when it comes to students with, let's see, the question was about veterans. We actually work really closely with veterans departments at a lot of different universities. So this can be anything from students who are receiving a percentage of the GI Bill, lots of different things that we work closely with the VA department at each university. So that's something that we work really closely with as far as funding for university students. And the other question is, so as to how they are connected. So we're just looking, veterans are also students who may need support or underrepresented communities. So that's why they're included in our diversity peer mentor program. I would say that we don't receive a large amount of veterans in our program, but the small amount that we do, the fact that we can give them support is something that we always want to be able to do.
So it sounds like with the diversity peer mentor program, it's more on an individualized basis. So you're pairing up veterans with veterans or LGBTIQ plus with others who meet that same thing. So yes, it is a group. Yes, you're here to serve everybody, but really it's meeting those individual needs to help people succeed and find what they're looking for.
Absolutely. And I think something to note on that about as well is that many students choose more than one identity that is underrepresented. So they may be a first generation student who is LGBT and low income. So we can't always find the exact match of being all three of those, or maybe 4 or 5 of those, but we work really hard to match students with similar identities so that they can have conversations about their experiences or give advice about what they wish they knew before they went on semester at sea.
That's great. All right, so it doesn't look like, oh, here's another question. Okay, Brittany and Andrew, if there are prospective voyagers watching this, how can they apply for future voyages? That's an amazing question.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a very important question. So you can actually go to our website, semesteratsea.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, there's an apply button, and you can go there and apply on our awesome new application, which is super user-friendly. And so we're really excited about this for students. And we are now accepting applications from fall 2021 all the way through spring 2023. So you can definitely start planning at least a year in advance right now for fall 21 and a couple of years in advance for spring 2023. And so definitely go there and create an application, submit your documents, and you'll actually be connected with your regional director who works with your state if you have any questions about the application process or the application in general.
Thank you. All right, another question. This one's for me. What is the biggest impact that SAS has on my life or career? I think really the biggest impact it had was just opening my mind to having a more global perspective on the world and really just understanding that the more people I met, not only on semester at sea, but in the countries that we visited, was everyone's more similar than we are different. And everyone really just, I'm going to overgeneralize, but wants the same things of they want to be loved, they want to love people, and they want to be with their family. And they just want to be happy and feel like they're being taken care of and take care of others. And I think that's something a lot of people forget sometimes. And it's a mindset that I really try and take every day to help shape my own perspective and understand what other people are going through and just take a different approach with my life to ensure that I'm doing the best I can and understand what others are going through. And I think Semester at Sea was amazing at that, and not only giving us the opportunity to really go into these countries and talk to other people, but also come back onto the ship and really digest in an academic environment. And I think that's something that people miss. Like, traveling is amazing, but that part where you can come back and talk with others and share your experiences and also have access to like amazing professors who have studied these topics and who have also done an extensive amount of traveling themselves. I think that just adds a whole new layer to Semester at Sea and is unmatched through any other travel abroad experience that I've ever heard of. All right, Brittany and Andrew, how early can a college student apply for Semester at Sea?
Yeah, that's a great question. I guess I'll add in that is most of the students that go on our voyage are traditional undergrad students. So that's students that are in community colleges or university, but we actually have a gap year program. And that's for students who are going on the program between when they have graduated high school and before they start university. If you were to be a gap year student, for example, our only requirement is to apply would be that you have graduated from high school at the time of embarkation. For university students, we usually recommend that they can upload a transcript of one full semester or quarter so that we can see their GPA, because we do have a GPA requirement of 2.5 for traditional undergrad students. For a full breakdown of the requirements for our traditional undergrad and gap year students, you can actually go to our website and it's listed there as well.
Thank you.
And then I just want to add as well is we also can have postgraduates apply to our program as well. So these are going to be students who have gotten their undergrad degree and can apply to our program as a postgrad student too.
That's great to know. Thank you both. All right, another one for me. For any other young alumni who are interested in a similar career path, which I am a financial advisor, do you have any advice for them? Reach out to me. I'm happy to have a conversation and chat, learn about who you are, what you're looking for. You can just Google me, Jeremy Lawfer, Edward Jones. You can find my office phone number there and we can chat. Happy to have a conversation with anyone who's remotely related to semester at sea, about life, about careers. Always happy to have a conversation. And I think that is all of our questions. Brittany, Andrew, thank you so much for your time today. I know I learned something about the Global Ambassador Program being revamped, the Diversity Peer Mentor Program. Awesome to know those resources are out there. And for all of you watching, join us next Wednesday, September 30th from 5 to 6 Mountain Time for an update on our annual report from our President and CEO, Dr. Scott Marshall, and the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Greg Chapman. Dr. Scott Marshall and Audra Brickner will then host follow-up question and answer the following Wednesday, October 7th. All right, so like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, tweet at us, connect with us on LinkedIn, and be sure to tag Semester at Sea whenever you're sharing photos and memories. And be on the lookout also for virtual chapter events surrounding Founders Day, which is Thursday, October 22nd. And be sure to wear your SAS gear and post photos on that day. Thanks again for joining us, and you guys have a great evening.